Now to Gabriola Island, where someone is taking aim at the local deer population with a bow and arrow. A young fawn, about a year old, has been spotted on the island staggering with an arrow through its neck. Now, the deer was still alive when a picture was taken over the weekend, and the locals now fear she is suffering in pain and unable to eat. CTV's Chandler Grieve was on the island today. He joins us now from our Nanaimo Bureau with more. Chandler.
Hudson, the image of a young deer being pierced with an arrow on Gabriola Island is being met with horror and shock. Now, it may be still legal to hunt deer on some parts of the island, but it was made very clear to me today that the inhumane treatment of deer will not be tolerated.
I came out and there was a deer, a yearling, a female, and I thought there was something funny with her. I thought a stick of bamboo might be stuck to her.
But it was much worse. A ballpoint practice arrow penetrating through the one-year-old fawn's neck.
And with my right hand, I was going to try to pull out the arrow. I was down on my hands and knees right here. And the other deer came and they all scattered. The
injured deer hasn't been seen on Gabriola Island since that encounter Sunday. Locals say the deer is usually spotted with this herd that follow the same path daily. She's about the same size and age as this fawn. The Wildlife Society on the island is calling in conservation officers to help locate the injured deer.
They're mobilizing to come to Gabriola when they can to do a search for the deer, a rescue, and possibly remove the arrow, give the deer some antibiotics, and release it.
Currently on Gabriola Island, it is youth bow only season, meaning hunters between the ages of 14 and 18 are permitted to shoot deer with a bow and arrow, but they are not allowed to hunt in residential areas.
Offenses here involving hunting, because you can't hunt within 100 meters of dwellings in this area. A lot of the deer here locally are definitely within that, steps away from houses, so we're not sure where this took place, but it definitely took place recently. And it is a concern for us.
Police and locals on Gabriola Island say this is the first time they have dealt with a deer being struck by an arrow. But it is not new to Vancouver Island. In recent memory, deer in the Comox Valley and in Nanaimo were spotted with arrows protruding from their body.
Lots and lots of people I've talked to here on the island are just so upset and they can't believe that this is happening. And there's a little deer cruising around with an arrow in it due to somebody's not thinking.
Everyone's outraged.
Conservation officers plan to head over to the island tomorrow and search for the injured doe and try and reunite her with her herd, a herd that many hope is not becoming the target of illegal and inhumane hunting. Now, conservation officers say, judging by the pictures they looked at today, the wound to the deer's neck doesn't appear to be life-threatening, and if they can find the deer tomorrow, they can likely remove that crossbow and send the deer on its way. That's if, of course, they can find the deer, and if the deer is still alive, they're worried that the deer has been unable to eat over the past few days, and the time is obviously ticking for that deer, and conservation officers will have to work quickly tomorrow. Hudson?
All right, Chandler Grieve reporting. Chandler, thanks.